So we've just now added a group leader function to the LIFT project, and we're very excited about this because really the goal is to actually give people who are really capable, caring and passionate kind of individuals a resource that they can go and use to change the world. And so here we go. So to become a group leader of the LIFT project, first of all, there'll be a registration process, and then in the back end, you'll be authorised as a group leader. And then all you need to do from there is simply go to the bottom of the websites, and on the bottom of the website, in a special place, because you're a special person, there is a link to group leaders. If you click on that link, that will take you through a registration process or a login process. The login process will involve you entering your exact same name, username and password as you have been using for an ordinary login to the program. So you enter those details, and then that will send you to this place here. Now this is only accessible obviously for group leaders, and this we're referring to as the Group Leaders Portal. And I think it's fairly intuitive how it's set up, but we'll go through the functions so that you can see how it works. So first of all, we have the group setup, and in this group setup page, we'll look at that in just a moment, is where you can set up a group and purchase that new group. Then we have a group management page, and in here is where you, after setting up and purchasing the group, you invite your participants in, and it's very user-friendly to do that. And then you can also manage group reports, which is a great function. You can actually see how people are progressing through the course. And then last of all, under construction still, is our Group Leaders Toolkit. And in there will be a collection of resources, for example, lesson plans that could be used for facilitating a group, but also in there where the plan is, and once again, that's under construction, but the plan is for that to be almost a bit of a social enterprise where you'll be able to contribute your ideas as well. And so there'll be a mechanism through which to do that, because, hey, you know what, we're all about the same thing, and that is to influence people's lives in positive ways. So if you, as you're acting in the capacity of a group leader, if you find things that really work for you and resonate with the group, then share it. Hey, we're here to learn together. So let's just have a look in each of the three sections. So first of all, group setup. If you click on the link there, that will take you to the group setup page. And in here, it's very simple. All you do is enter a name for your group, make it a unique name for your group, how many licenses you would like to, or in other words, how many seats or participants are going to be in that group. There is, I might add the ability to add to that later, and then click on the LIFT project, which is the course that we'll be doing, add to cart, and that will take you through a checkout process. And so you can see it's very simple just to add a group, the number of participants, and the course. I won't go through the checkout process, but it's the same as, it's very intuitive. So return back to the Group Leaders Portal by clicking on the top button. Let's have a look at and see what's inside the group management page. And so on this page here is where there are some really cool features. Now you can see I have actually set myself up as a group leader of a couple of groups. If there's only one group that you're a leader of, just one will appear here. But if you have multiple groups, then the drop-down menu will appear. So you see I have the A team, the C team. I don't know if that was a good name for that one, but anyway. And then I've got, and so here are my three groups. Let's just have a look at the A team. The A team, you can see here, have a total of 9 seats or nine licenses available in there, and I've already issued 5 of them. And so you can see the 5 people is a friend of mine. I actually occupy a couple of those. I enrolled myself. Now normally when you sign up and you purchase seats for a particular group, you as the group leader don't count as one of those seats, so you don't need to worry about that. And then I've also signed up my son as well. Now what you can see at this first page are just basically how far they're through it. And so you can see these people here have not commenced it as yet, whereas I've actually completed the course in its entirety. You should be proud of me. So you can actually, a very quick snapshot, you can look down and see where people are up to with it. Now, what you can do is if you click here, you can actually add add more seats or more licenses, more participants to the group, and that take you through a checkout process as well. But here are some of the other key things that you'll be using. First of all, obviously in that group setup page, we've already purchased the seats, and that automatically links in this space here. So our group is set up, and now we can add users to that. And so if we click here, probably the best function to use is multiple users. And what we have is a drop-down menu up here where you can see I have 5 seats remaining in my course, and I can put just the first name, the last name, and the email address of the participants. If I complete that and then click on the button Add and Invite Users, it will automatically send them an email with the username, password, and the link to access the course directly. So it's very user-friendly in that regard. So that's how you can go about adding inviting users. I will say, but we won't go into details here, there is the opportunity, if it's a very large cohort, that you can actually upload an Excel document with their first name, surname, and email address as well. So that tab there provides that ability. Look, there are a couple of other keys. Don't worry about this one here. Probably the other main one that it will be of interest is the course report button. And if we click on the course report button, what it'll essentially show us exactly how far people are through the course. Now, because I have several groups, I'm actually going to look at my A team, and I only have the LIFT project associated with that. And so what I can see at a glance here is what percentage of the way the participants are actually through the course. So you can see that I have completed the entire thing, so I'm 100% through, and my other participants haven't started. Now, obviously, these go up in 10% increments because there are 10 lessons in the course. And so if someone has completed 7 of the lessons, this will indicate as a 70% in there. You can actually export that into an Excel document where you get a few more details as well. I'll just go back to the group management page. Under the group management page, you can also break down and get further details in regards to how people have been going with their quiz reports. But that's probably, getting at a level that most people don't really need to know about. There is one other function down here. You can actually nominate people as group leaders, but we'd ask that you don't use that function. So, just to recap on this page here, in the group management page, you can you can click on your group. So if we look at another group of mine, the Yay group, we have a total of 9 licenses there that we'd purchased. Oh, sorry, it's updating. I have a total of 7 group people in that group, and I have 6 licenses remaining. And once again, adding users using the add user function, and I suggest adding multiple users. And if you don't use all the seats, that's fine anyway. And then the other main one is the course report. That will be very informative. So we'll go back to the Group Leaders portal. And then finally we have this, and look, I won't go into there just at the moment because that's still under construction, but in time that will be growing, and this will be the place that you can go to for information, for example, tips and ideas on how to actually deliver a lesson, and just some fun other activities that you can do. And as I said previously, that will create that as open access so that group leaders will be able to share their learnings and the exciting things that they're doing and what works well. So that's a brief lesson on the group leader function for the LIFT project. We think that it will be very well utilised.